Speaking of your family, I am curious, how was it as you were growing up over the past, maybe, or not growing up, but as you were getting later in life and Asmon Gold became your son to now one of the most large, most influential creators.
The fuck up.
One of the best guys on the entire planet. How was it seeing him grow into what he is today and becoming a content creator?
I told him he was always into video games.
Yeah.
When he could not stand up, we had a big ottoman. Well, his mom had a big ottoman. His mom and I were separated for a while, and then we got divorced. But everything was put aside for him. And he was over at my house, a couple of days a week, and he talks about not eating suppers and vegetables. Fucking A. I had him eating carrots. He ate peas.
You ate carrots?
I would have to eat like 3.
No, you ate a bunch of them and you learned to like them because I put a lot of butter on them, and you just put a lot of...
I learned to eat them.
Yeah. And I did the julienne.
The thin sliced carrots?
Yeah, the sliced, the ones that are a pain in the ass to do.
Yeah.
And so his mom would just chop them up, and then he wouldn't want to eat the things because they're like hard as a rock, because she hated vegetables. So one of her benefits to him is he didn't have to eat his vegetables.
Of course.
But at my house, I mean, the deal was you take one bite, and a couple of bites, 3 bites, give it 3 bites. If you don't like it, we pitch it out and we get you something else.
Yeah.
So it was applesauce.
Yeah,
yogurt.
I could do applesauce.
He did applesauce,
Applesauce.
yogurt,
Applesauce and julienne butter carrots.
cheese. It was kind of a buffet.
Yeah.
But hey, it was all good shit.
Yep.
And so what was the original question?
How do you feel about Asmon becoming a content creator?
And so, and you know how mad he gets when he loses something or he fucks up on the games?
Of course.
When he was 3 or 4, 5, he would be leaning on that thing playing Mario.
Yep.
And he'd be boo, and I'd be sitting at the table and I'd be hearing boo, boo, and it's just getting all, and then he throws the controller down.
Yeah, losers lose.
And I'm buying his shit, and I'm saying, hey, watch it out, watch out with the electronics, And he throws himself on the floor.
No.
And he's on the floor, he's beating on the floor. Oh, he's just throwing a fucking fit.
Yep.
And he did this all the way up. I mean, not quite the same, but basically the same.
Remember the Lamborghini I hit myself in the head with?
Oh, well, yeah, we made... I thought I would try to get him into models because I was into it when I was a kid. No, it wasn't a video game. I mean, it was too real,
Of course.
And so I went to the metal models that were easy to put together. So we made this metal Lamborghini and a couple of
There's
other...
a Prowler, too. It's over at your house.
Yeah. And because he was... I don't know what happened. When he was like 9 or 10, we had to stop at the exotic car dealer, and he had to take pictures of every fucking car,
Really?
He used up a reel and a half of film. And then he went weenie, and...
Holy shit.
He went, what does that mean?
But he got a nice car now. You've seen the Mercedes, right?
Yeah.
And
he told us that you helped him pick that out.
Yeah, I insisted on it. I mean,
it's a nice car.
Yeah, and I take him down there to the dealers, just a couple of miles from the house. He sits in the car, he looks at the other cars, and he picks out the most staid sedan, that I have never owned a fucking sedan in my life. I never will. Holy shit.
Yeah.
But, okay. And so I said, let's take it for a drive. And he says, no, I don't want. I-35 was kind of busy. So I said, well, just drive around the building. Because he loves to drive my Challenger. I mean, he had. Yeah. And so, yeah.
Were you a Challenger?
I got a Challenger. I got a Challenger fucking Hemi, man.
That's a nice car.
SRT, man.
No,
Yeah,
damn, why didn't you let him bring his Challenger today?
I didn't think of it.
Ah,
Yeah.
damn, I would have loved to seen it.
Well, didn't you see it? He used to drive it up here because
Yeah,
he
he's
fucked up
brought it
my
here a
old
couple
car.
times.
Is it
When
the
his-
one that
when his
the one
car
that's
died?
broke?
No, that's the old
No,
one.
when his car died, he was driving the Challenger
No, I
up here
never
for a
saw
couple
it.
weeks. Oh, you didn't
yeah, it
Damn, no, I
was
never saw it.
the blue one, the dark
Well, you
blue
rode
one.
over there
Yeah.
probably with him, Emmy, didn't you? Riding that
Yeah,
car?
I've been in it, yeah.
Yeah, because I think you went down to get something, and I'll be the. I always feel weird calling you like Emmy because I don't.
Oh, well,
know
everyone
you.
calls me Emmy.
Is this cool? Okay.
Yeah, even my parents call me Emmy.
I feel funny about doing.
I mean,
so.
some people call me Emily, just like some of my friends, but everyone here calls me Emmy. So
Okay, yeah, that's what I hear from him, and and everybody. So,
Mm-hmm.
but
It's a nice car.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it's. Well, I said a BMW or a Mercedes. No, it's too fancy for the neighborhood. He was just talking about this the other day, and I said, look around the neighborhood. There's people got Mercedes all over the place. They buy them on time. What the fuck?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's we live in a working class neighborhood because that's where I'm comfortable.
Of course.
I go to one of these HOA places, and I mean, I just
Yep.
I want to go and like I used to do. Their glass-looking balls they have out in the yard. Man, you gotta see what a 12 gauge would do to that. And all those little tree doodads and shit. Man, I mean, you could. And I had unlimited ammo.
Yep.
Because I loaded ammo from my boss, and so I mean, I could just we'd go out and buddy of mine had a convertible, and you see a street light hit the road. Man, I mean, that's really exciting.
Yeah.
But anyway, but he was, so all the way through, he just wasn't interested in anything. Got him a really cool go-kart over, fast one, and had neat little work. Now, I mean, him get his hands dirty. You know why he never smells?
Why?
Because he never does anything.
True.
He never does a fucking thing.
True. Yep.
Oh, my God. He and Lowell went out to mow one lawn, and they're going to mow lawns. I knew this wouldn't go, because I knew Lowell, too. And so they did one lawn. That was it for lawn mowing.
Yeah, then we
And,
started selling Kool-Aid.
What? And the floating rocks.
Yeah.
I mean, he come
What's
up
the
with
floating
scams.
rocks?
Well, we did that whenever we were like 6, like 5 or 6.
A little bit, and a little bit older when
Yeah,
we
yeah.
went into began elementary school.
Well, I was 5 and 6 and at the beginning, like, because it was like kindergarten, like first grade. Yeah.
Yep, and up in the second, and then
Yep.
people, we
figured something else out.
We know what the
Yeah.
floating rocks are, Zach. It was, the lava rocks that you put in your garden, and they're kind of jagged. Well, they float, like a turd, and so he noticed this, and he thought this was so cool. So, and he right away says, "I can sell these to me." So he would sell them at school, and he heard stories about me. I would, anything that was not locked up, being watched, somehow guarded, enforced in a yard with a big dog or anything, it was mine.
Yep.
I mean, I was a hunter-gatherer, and I lived in an urban environment. This is what I got to hunt and gather. This is what I hunt and gather. And so, I mean, I would find a lot of bikes and then switch the parts around, grind off the serial numbers enough to where I could change. I had a metal punch. I could change the numbers on there. New bike. And a different pair of handlebars, new wheels. And I could, I got up my spray paint. My first job was actually at Western Auto, putting together bikes because I would be bringing these bikes all the time, and that guy there had some tools I didn't have. My old man didn't have any tools. He was a useless sack of shit. So I go there, and he said, "Man, you really know how to fix these bikes. You do a good job on the Columbia brakes, And he said, I got these bikes here. He had a whole stack of them in the boxes. And he said, I need to have these put together. And those lawnmowers, you want to make a little money? I said, yeah, sure. And so he paid me like $1 an hour, which in 1959, 58, 59, that was some serious fucking money.
How much was a gallon of gas back then?
It must have been about between 15, 18 cents.
That's not bad.